Hello everyone, Sharpedo43 once again bringing you all week 6 of the ICPL now. My opponent for this week is going to be Pomes and the Austria Accelgors. Sorry if I sound a little quiet right now, but it's because I'm recording this like at 5 a.m. Well, it's about to be 6 now, but it's quite early in the morning and I don't want to wake anybody up, so yeah. And do expect me to be like more or less quiet throughout the entirety of this battle. If it's quiet like pretty much more in the battle than not, then I might actually just make this post commentary, but just in case I don't, I might actually, you know, settle for something different, so yeah. But let's see, decide myself. I believe this is level 100, I have to remember that obviously. No restrictions because it's level 100. Hopefully my opponent knows that too, honestly. I don't want him to forget. Okay. I believe this is the team that I prepared for him, so let's see what we can get out of this. Let's see if we can win this. I'm not sure if we can though, because low-key I'm kind of tired, but I mean, I did want to get this battle done nonetheless. It was either that or take a forfeit win, which I'd rather not, honestly. What's even the point of a forfeit if it's not even to get a battle done? But yeah. Only thing that's annoying is that right now it's kind of cold, so I have to like get out of my bed just to do this battle. Okay, so let's see what he's got. He brought Donphan. He brought Clefable. Forgot this guy's team had Clefable in it. That one can be pretty annoying. It did save my rear end in the SN deal after all. This Latios I believe is not Mega. I think his Scissor is Mega though. I don't remember actually, but I do think his Scissor is actually the Mega. Okay, so what do I lead with in that regard? What did I plan on leading with is what I forgot actually. He could lead with Donphan, for sure. Question is, what do I want to lead with? I don't think it hurts to lead with Azumarill, since Azumarill kind of hits a lot of this team really hard. Like a lot of it. We'll lead with Azumarill. I'm not sure if this is the right lead, but we're gonna see. Yeah. Boy. I'm not usually accustomed to waking up this early in the morning, especially when it's cold, but the annoying thing about this is that I also have work in just a couple hours too, so it's like I'm not even gonna have time to. Yeah, okay, he led with Latios, which is actually really good for me. Now, am I banded on this Azumarill or am I? Okay, I'm AV, so if I really want to, I could switch up my move. I think Liquidation will do a lot. I'm gonna go for Liquidation, just in case. Might not have been an ideal play though, just because, you know. Okay, he switched out into what, Scizor? Gregory. Okay, not a whole lot appreciates this anyway, so we're Gucci. I guess he wanted to see if I'm capable of predicting him or not. Okay. Now, my problem is this Clefable actually. Like, I don't know what to deal with it, honestly. He could go Incineroar, which I kind of need this Azumarill for, and therefore I don't want it to get withered down. He could have his own rocks as well. I'm going to this. I'm gonna still scare this thing out. from the looks of it, he's thinking of what he's gonna do too. And so, like, if I'm gonna switch out, he might be thinking of doubling on me. And if so, into what, the Latias? If I switch in the Steelix, I think Latias is still a fine switch for me. I could be wrong though. Oh, he's gonna wish. He's gonna wish pass into something. But he had nothing on this team has taken any damage, so we shouldn't worry too much. I will set up rocks though. If he has rocks on this too, then at least we'll both have rocks, as opposed to him not having rocks, you know. So yeah. We just need to see what happens here. If he switches into scissors, that's fine too, because I have Fire Fang on this Steelix, so hopefully we can actually, you know, get somewhere with it. He is in fact gonna switch out. I'm gonna go back and do this, okay. I'm low-key curious to see how much this Steelix can do to this Latios, but would he risk going for Thunderbolt here? The only concern I have is that this thing has Calm Mind and he goes for it. I'm gonna try to switch it in nonetheless, even if he predicts me. This thing was designed to actually take at least a couple of Thunderbolts, so I'm hoping it actually does its part and actually does that. Okay, let's see. Okay. My question is, dare I go for another? Actually, I will go for Play Rough. It'd be pretty damn smart of him to actually go back into Scizor this time. I was predicting him to do so last time. I don't know if at this range I can actually take a Z Thunderwolf from this thing though. That's one of the things I'm particularly concerned with. If he has Z move on this, and if so, is it going to do a... Okay, no, he's not. He's going into Scizor. Damn. He predicted right when I actually was going to go for that move, which is crazy. That still did a decent amount of damage. Had I went for Liquidation, this thing would have been a lot worse. I'm switching to Infernape, just because I resist both Bullet Punch and the U-turn. Yeah, okay, so yeah, and this thing at most can only be Adamant, but I don't think it's gonna do too much to my Infernape, so unless it actually does. But yeah, he's just gonna roost because he wants to keep this thing as bulky as possible. Loki, I'm tempted to actually go for the Flare Blitz here, just because I feel like he might want to stay in to try to defog, predicting me to U-turn here, knowing that I know that this matchup isn't ideal for him. So he might want to predict me to over-predict, which is a possibility. But let's see. What are his switch-ins? He does have Incineroar as a switch-in. Like, not a whole lot switches into this, honestly. But I think Flare Blitz still does a lot of damage, so I'm going to just go for Flare Blitz. Even if he switches into Latios, Latios will take rocks and then it'll take additional damage from Flare Blitz, which is stab on Infernape, so we should be Gucci there. This guy's thinking. What's he gonna want to go into? I have a feeling he's thinking of staying in, but he might not at the very end of the day. He might actually switch into the... Yeah, he's gonna switch it out. He's gonna go back into Latios. Oh no, he's gonna go into Dumbo. That's low-key fine because I have my rocks up and he doesn't yet, and this thing could get his rocks up, so this will get a lot of damage actually. Or not. That took absolutely nothing. How did that do absolutely nothing? I do have a defogger in case the rocks become a little bit out of hand, but yeah, damn. I want to switch out here, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't want to switch in case he goes for the earthquake straight up, honestly. So I'm gonna just go into landers right here. No, he's just gonna rapid spin. Okay, good thing I decided to go for the Okay, if Flare Blitz did that much though, I kind of don't want to. I'm gonna go for knockoff. Just get these leftovers off. He's gonna get his rocks up though, but you know, at least he's not gonna be recovering all the time, unless he switches into Scizor right now, which I don't think he will do, honestly. Who keeps messaging me? This thing was defensive. I was able to take a hit from freaking Infernape, so the set is definitely not unideal. So this guy was telling me that he messed up his set, but you know what, that doesn't matter if he's actually being able to take hits with it. I'm gonna go into Zumro here, predicting those rocks to come in now. Only problem with this though is that I no longer have my rocks up, so let's see what he does. If I can get a defense drop with a Zumro, I'll be looking good. Especially on the Scizor, because the Scizor is the one that I'm seeing is a bulky set. He's gonna switch out into what? Gregory. That's the Clefable. Okay. For some reason he did not go for the rocks, which kind of makes me want to go back into Steelix to just go for the... Yeah. I'm gonna go back into Steelix and go for the rocks. None of our mons have gone down yet, which is really annoying, not gonna lie. Okay, he stayed in and went for Moonblast. Thankfully, I did not stay in to attack it, because yeah, I know this thing can do a lot of damage. This did a lot of damage despite me resisting it, which is actually crazy. Do I even have anything that's immune to Ghost types? Or to Rapid Spin? No, I don't. So I think it is in my interest to just go for the Heavy Slam to see how much damage I can do to this Clefable. Saying how Moonblast is doing that much tells me that I might be able to actually do more damage than I'm expecting, honestly. And if he switches in Donphan to try to get rocks up now, then that would be good for me. Yeah, because look, I need to get rid of that Donphan. That Donphan is really being annoying right now. It's bulky as sin, and it has Rapid Spin, so... Okay, he is gonna switch out into probably into Donphan. Mondays, never mind. Well, that's actually a good switch in. Resist my Heavy Slam. He actually predicted my Heavy Slam then. Now with this, I know he could just simply go for the... He could go for knockoff, honestly. This forces me to go for the Infernape switch in, honestly. Because nothing on his team one-hit KOs me yet. Like, nothing in his moveset. Maybe a Z Gunk Shot, but is he gonna really run that? I don't think he will, honestly. He's gonna U-turn for the initiative, which means he's probably gonna go into... Hold on. He's probably gonna go into Staraptor or Latios, both of which are faster. Staraptor, if it's Scarf, it'll outspeed. Latios because it's naturally faster. I'll admit the lack of rocks is actually making this battle a lot stallier than it needs to be. But it'd be that way, honestly. Trying for this battle to not go wrong, obviously. Goes back into Dumbo. He wants to get those rocks up, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna just go for the U-turn. I can't believe this did absolutely nothing to this thing. Unless this thing has thick fat. I don't know. Nah, I think it's just defensive as sin. Okay. He might get his rocks up, which would low-key be annoying. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for Landers, just cause, yeah. From here, he does have 2 immunities to Earthquake, so yeah, and thankfully I didn't stay in or go into anything that isn't, what's it called? But let's see. I want to go for Earthquake just to like chip this thing down. I'll go for Earthquake Winds. He's gonna go for another Ice Shard. Which I say it's fine, honestly. Yeah, as long as I'm getting this thing down, honestly. Yeah, because I need this thing to be gone. I want to switch out because I don't want to take another Ice Shard. Do I need this Landers for anything? It could be ideal to get some damage on the Incineroar or even pressure him out. Otherwise, I'm gonna go into Luxray and hopefully he doesn't go for anything crazy. Oh, he goes into this. Trigger. Oh, this is actually really good for me. Although he is unfortunately faster. Let me see what he locks himself into though. If he's choiced. I want to see what he potentially locks himself into. If he goes for sub, I don't think that's a big deal. Because I think I made this thing relatively bulky. Let's see if he's choiced or not. He's gonna U-turn. Okay, so he's gonna try to switch out to predict me. Okay, now the question is, what do I want to go for here? He's gonna try to shit out of here. What do I expect him to come in? I could see him going into Incineroar, honestly. But he'll have the initiative no matter what here. I could send in Steelix here. He'll take Rocky Helmet damage. But he'll bring in Incineroar afterwards and he'll be free to knock out, obviously. And I'd rather get the damage, so I'm gonna just go for Spark. If he goes back into Dogman, we just simply Spark, honestly. I mean, we crunch afterwards. By the way, I have Spark on this thing over Wild Charge because I didn't want to take recoil damage. Recoil damage is really annoying, I'll have you know. Especially in matches like this where we're kind of just meant to dismantle each other. That actually did a substantial amount of damage. Always because his Clefable's male. Because if you guys didn't notice, this Luxray is actually a rivalry. It actually does a substantial amount of damage. So let's see. This kind of tempts me to go for another one, not gonna lie. Only thing I'm afraid of is that Moonblast will do a lot of damage, but a lot. And I kind of don't want that. Actually, I'm gonna just go for another Spark. Yeah, just to get some damage. And there we go, Paralyze. This is good. Oh, also, Spark has a chance to Paralyze, unlike Wild Charge. So Wild Charge, you know, is not gonna do too much. But this Wild Charge or this Spark is actually doing wonders right now. He'll have no choice but to bring either Latios or Mega Scizor. Maybe even Incineroar just to get the Intimidate off. I'm gonna Spark again. I want to see that his Donphan is completely gone if he tries to switch that in right now. He's just gonna protect, which is fine. He's not gonna attack me anyways, and in the process I'm getting more HP back, so good thing I packed leftovers on this Luxray. I initially wanted to go with Life Orb, but so he can hit hard, but I would have been withered down much quicker. Although the only problem though, I think, is that after this leftovers recovery, I think he does have a chance to live this now. Okay, he's gonna switch it out. He's gonna sack Donphan perhaps. He is, okay. That's fine, because we're just gonna follow up with a crunch afterwards. Donphan in no world is faster than this thing, especially after seeing how well it took that freaking oh, he's just gonna go for the eye shard to get the residual damage. It does okay damage actually. Get rid of this Donphan. We draw first blood, which is good. Get rid of this thing. Okay. Now we gotta see what he brings in. He could bring Incineroar just to get the Intimidate off, honestly. And then U-turn afterwards. Would not surprise me if he actually goes for that right now. I'm just gonna crunch, even if he goes for Draco Meteor. I just want to see what he goes for. I may lose this if this ends up being like a Specs Latios, but he'll be at -2 anyway, so if he goes for Draco Meteor. Although I think Draco does take me out from where I'm at right now. But we shall see. Hopefully not though. Oh, he's just gonna go for Psychic, which is fine. It does do a substantial amount, and he's Life Orb, so, and I'm Rival, so this crunch does substantial. Oh, actually KOs it, which is good. No crit, so I'm not cheating. I thought he would go for Draco Meteor, but thankfully he didn't. He did cripple my Luxray though, so that's actually kind of bad for me. Trigger. Now, are you substitute or not? I'm gonna check. Are you substitute? Are you bulk up? No, you're that, okay. Which is fine with me, honestly. Question is he gonna overpredict and keep going for it, or is he gonna... I'm gonna go into Landers. Actually, not exactly sure why I went for this. Yeah, I could have so gone into zoom roll, honestly. This was a misplay. This was a misplay on my part for sure. I think the play was a zoom roll for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go into a zoom roll. Well, he's gonna switch out anyway, so yeah. Octavian. Loki, I kinda don't need the assume roll, except I kinda do at the same time. Okay. I'm gonna switch in the Infernape. Bullet Punch, okay. That's fine. How much does this do? Yeah, it does quite an amount. But now, he doesn't really have a lot of switch-ins. I'm gonna Flare Blitz anyway, even if he goes for Incineroar. He's still in a position to win this, that's for certain. As long as he still has the Scizor. Yeah. The only thing that's left that resists flare moves is Incineroar. Which I don't think it says win con anymore. I think what he has to do is switch that thing in right now, so... But I'm going for Flare Blitz just to get the damage off nonetheless. Although I can't keep switching into this Infernape forever though. Okay, he's gonna switch it in right now. He's gonna go into Gregory. That's the... Oh, that's the in this. Incineroar, Clefable's gone. He might want to bring in one of his mons safely. Mondays. Do I need Staraptor? For what's left of his team, I kinda do. Question is, what do I sack? I think Landro almost sack. Yeah, almost sack Lando. If he goes for a U-turn, that's actually good for me because that means I'll get initiative myself. Knockoff, okay. Fine with me. I can do two things here. I can either I only need this Infernape for the Scizor, honestly. So I think I'm gonna just stay in and go for close combat. He might sack his Staraptor if he chooses to not switch in Scissor to take damage. Okay, he is going to switch it out, and he's going to go into Scissor, perhaps. Yep, he's going to go into Scissor. Now, here's my question. Do I stay in and go for Flare Blitz, possibly risking the Bullet Punch to KO me? I think I should do a calc here. Mega Scissor. Sword Stance. Let's just say Adamant with max attack. For Nip. Let's say it's Scarf even though it's not. 100. What's my set on this thing? $64 HP. $64 HP. 116 HP. -1 defense. Bullet Punch. It's a very, very slim chance to 2 KO. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go for it. If I lose this, then I might actually have thrown this battle away. Yep, I lost it. Never mind. That was a misplay. I was hoping that wasn't the case. Oh, I didn't take into consideration this +4 because I didn't have +4 on the defense. Oh, that would've... No, wait, hold on. It was a 46 chance, so I think he got the better roll, honestly, so... Yeah, I'm going to this. I'm gonna go for this so I can get the rocks off. Because what's left of his team is weak to rocks anyway, so it would be nice to get those rocks up right now. If he has Sword Stance on this, that's kind of where the things can be kind of scary, honestly. Hopefully he does not, though. But now that his Rapid Spinner's gone, I can get these rocks up now. He might hard switch into Incineroar expecting me to go for the Fire Fang. Or expecting me to go for rocks, but he wants to get a free switch in before anything. But then from here on out, all of his team will just take rocks. He's thinking about it, he's thinking about it. Okay, he's gonna U-turn. He probably doesn't have anything for this Steelix, which is why I want to keep it. There's the Rocky Helmet. Doing wonders right now. If he goes into Incineroar, we'll just switch into a Zoom Roll. I don't think he has Wild Charge or even Poison Jab for this thing. And if he does, I don't think it'll KO. Mondays. Okay, he's gonna go into this. And I'm just gonna get my rocks up. I can send in a Zoom Roll because if he goes for knockoff, I don't need the AV anymore. So I'm gonna just go into this. He might U-turn again, predicting me to switch, go for... But I'm gonna just switch back. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go for Flare Blitz here. It does do quite an amount though, I'm not gonna lie. And he gets the burn. What do you mean? I mean, what do you know? He gets the burn. Therefore, this thing is straight up useless. I'm gonna just go for Liquidation then. I'm going for liquidation in case he just tries to switch into Scizor. It'll take rocks, then liquidation. And then, if he's weakened enough, I might actually get somewhere. Yeah. Only problem here though is that, yeah. I'm gonna go into this. Yeah, because I can still use the Zoom roll for fodder, honestly. Yeah, but that's nothing. Okay, there goes Octavian. We don't have to worry about that stupid Scizor anymore. Scizor was a pain in the ass. Getting this out of the way. Question is, do I need Alakazam? I may not need Alakazam actually. I think I'm gonna sack the... I'm thinking of sacking Alakazam here, cause I don't think losing the what's it called is in my interest. I'm gonna just go into Alakazam. Hopefully he doesn't go for knockoff though, cause I'm actually switching it in just more so for the recoil damage from Flare Blitz. Okay, yeah, he goes for Flare Blitz. He might take me out, but at least damage will have been done. There we go. I did put quite an amount of investment on HP. Unfortunately, this may not be enough though. Okay, I'm gonna go into this. Alright. I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet. Hopefully he takes it out, but I'm not sure honestly. I don't think he'll switch out because if he switches into Staraptor, he's just gonna take rocks damage, so... In fact, I think he goes down to these rocks too, honestly. Let's see. He is gonna switch it out, okay. Okay. Now here's my question. He could U-turn. This Steelix already did its part by getting the rocks up. My only concern is that this thing kind of becomes... Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go into this. Hopefully he doesn't predict and go for close combat. That's kind of what I'm fearing right now. If he goes for U-turn, this can actually be good for me. Oh, he goes for close combat. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Obviously I have to stay in now, since the Steelix is now kind of useless. We're gonna... well, there's nothing going for Heavy Slam. Oh, in fact, now that he's at -2... Now that... He's at -2 now, so I can actually probably just go for the Aqua Jet. Even though I'm burned, I should be able to take it out, actually. So never mind. I think we're Gucci here. I think we're Gucci. I just gotta make sure I go for the Aquajet. There we go. If he switches out, he'll just go down to rocks anyway. So yeah, I think he loses here. Yeah, he loses. If he switches out, he goes down to rocks. Even if he doesn't, Aquajet is still a thing unless he has quick attack. If he has quick attack, that can actually be bad for me. Actually, he doesn't have Aquajet though. Good for us. So Raptor goes down. So should Incineroar. And with that, we're gonna possibly win this. Alright. Go to your last one already, hurry up. I don't want this battle to fucking disconnect. I didn't wake up early in the morning for this battle to disconnect, honestly. Okay. Just go for the Aquajet. From there we should be set. Now don't you dare do anything stupid like DCing. Yeah, cause I don't got time to be taking DCs right now. So yeah, that's gonna be the whole game. Okay, so thank you all for watching week 6 of the ICPL. That was against Palmaze once again from, I'm assuming, Australia because of the username, or Austria, somewhere far away obviously. But yeah, with all that said, I guess stay tuned for week 7 whenever we get to it. And yeah, I think that's it. I thought I had something else to say, but I guess not. So yeah, if you'll excuse me, I have to get ready for work now. So with all that said, take it easy and have yourselves a damn good one.